Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves an album by an act named Jaydense titled 11th Hour. And if we switch over to here, yeah, we've got 14 songs, 45 minutes 37 seconds here. Quite a lot of material released by this artist. Quite a lot of attention as well. Like 5 figures on everything is fairly impressive. You know, I'm being genuine there. I've got a lot of different features from OpenCNZ, Young Ziggy, I'm Young World, J Mills, Kid Triss. I'm making sure I didn't miss anyone. Perry August. I would personally quite like just hear Jaydense by themselves. I'm sure the Double or Nothing, like the most played one, is just quite. Hey, here we go. We'll go for Verge of Abyss, the higher played one, both just Jaydense. And we're going to listen through this song from start to finish. I'm going to hear what you think. Let's go. Number 11. Oh, I'm loving this lounge jazzy kind of vibe with the filter work. Oh, we got a double bass in there as well. It's very luxurious production. It sounds reasonably professional and it's got a kind of analog vibe to it, that lo-fi.
Keep my head in the sky, searching for somewhere to fly to, searching for somewhere to fly to. Lately
Excellent. Nice work having these double-tracked, multi-layered vocals coming in on a second time.
Keep my head in the sky, searching for somewhere to fly to, searching for somewhere to fly to.
Yeah, and it's just an effortless hook coming in there. You got the musicality established at the start, and then clearly this guy can sing. Got the rapping coming in now.
I've been smoking a lot of dope and good at coping without it. Got a lot of demons and they got me surrounded. All this weight on my shoulders, it just keep on compounding.
It's nice to hear that he can melodically rap. I think it suits the coloration of the music with its various instruments. There's a lovely texture to it, and while you could have just mono rap to it, like your traditional sort of talky rap kind of stuff. You know, again, working with exploring our scales and stuff like that, I think is a smart move. Harmonizes well with a lot of the other elements in the mix.
Uphill to the peak of a mountain, and I'm not sure if I make it up or down. It all this pressure, feel as if I'm drowning. I get out to find ways around it. Stop trying to keep me grounded. My spirits just need a lift, mentally dangling off a cliff on the verge of abyss. I don't know much about life. I heard she's a bitch. I merge music with pain. What a beautiful mix. Oh.
Merge musical pain with a beautiful mix or a mystical mix. Hang on, I want to get that right. What did he just say just then?
Abyss. I don't know much about life. I heard she's a bitch. I merge music with pain. What a beautiful mix. Oh.
With a beautiful mix. Excellent. Yeah, on the verge of abyss, trying to climb up that mountain and not fall into the abyss. I get that. I can relate to that. I dig it. I think a lot of people can relate to trying to do their best not to fall off the tightrope. You know, it's relatable on different levels.
My spirits just need to live, mentally dangling off a cliff on the verge of abyss. I don't know much about life. Heard she's a bitch. I merge music with pain. What a beautiful mix. I don't know. Keep my head in the sky.
Excellent. Do we have more than one vocalist here?
Searching for somewhere to fly to.
Oh, he's going in this falsetto, is he? He's going up an octave from where he's instantiating himself in this chorus.
Searching for somewhere to fly to. Lately, keep my head in the sky.
I can hear this very subtle layer on the extreme left of him just talking it. Really careful attention to make it sound bigger than it would otherwise. You know, it's just little touches.
Searching for somewhere to fly to. Searching for somewhere to fly to. Yeah. My spirits just need to live, mentally dangling off a cliff on the verge of abyss. I don't know much about life. I heard she's a bitch. I merge music with pain. What a beautiful mix. My spirits just need to lift, mentally dangling off a cliff on the verge of abyss. I don't know much about life.
I'm digging the bridge.
I merge music with pain, what a beautiful mix. Still plotting on ways to use this shit to get rich.
Verse
I'm
2.
blue collar for the dollar, barely making a fix. Got me convinced the good life doesn't fucking exist. Yet I'm still trying to find it, shine so bright that they're blinded. I need a life and diamonds for this impeccable rhyming. I can make enough heat and change the climate. I'm God's child and Satan's favorite client. Doubted yet undisputed, a rap tyrant, man. I prove
A rap tyrant. I dig it. I want to hear more from him. I want to hear more from Jaydense.
many wrong that this shit getting tiring. My raps don't need backing up, man. I've been proven. If it's me versus you, I already know who's losing. If it's me versus you, I already know who's losing. God.
Already know who's losing. Damn. So he's proven himself as a rapper, but has he proven himself as a human being? Will he manage to stay above the abyss?
Keep my head in the sky, yeah. Searching for somewhere to fly to. Searching for somewhere to fly to.
It's a fairly relaxed, open-minded delivery that we've got here in this chorus, which you know, like the second verse was a little bit more grounded in relation to where he thought he was at in the world and his relations to other people. The bridge discusses him trying to stay on top of things and climbing and not fall off into the abyss. I think it gives a fairly rounded sort of understanding of who this musician and who this person is. Just keeping dreaming.
Searching for somewhere to fly to. Searching for somewhere to fly to.
And that filtered guitar there with these lovely extended harmonies. We've got a lovely quarter note groove as well on the drums, which I'm really appreciating. The accent being on the 1, 2, 3, 4. And what else do I like about it? I think that there was enough going on with the main musical theme that was the support behind all the different vocalisms that were going on, that it kept reasonably fresh throughout. I got a lot of love for that. I think it was reasonably well done. Clearly, Jaydense is experienced as a musician and knows how to create music he wants, and knows how to express himself in a way that's not only sort of like it's music. It's not just competent. Like, he can obviously rap fairly well. The vocal delivery and the technique is good. His flow is fairly spot on. It's a calm, considered delivery for the most part. There's not a huge amount of emotional actualization going on here. It would sort of be more laissez-faire if it weren't for the fact that I think that's a deliberate stylistic choice, and also the lyric, the topics in the lyrics belie, you know, that. I think these are fairly serious topics that Jaydense is exploring. I think it's reasonably well done. You know, like, if I had a penny for every single like musician I heard nowadays that I review who like works with one sort of main musical idea and does vocals and sings and raps on top of it, I'd have a lot of pennies, you know. But it does depend. The differences between these tracks that I review are dependent on several factors. Or the differences dependent. There are several differences. That's a better way of saying it. I suppose that the first main difference is just the general production quality. I can tell that there was a great deal of agency in regards to how Jaydense approached the actual individual elements of the mix. I think he was there when this stuff was put together, when this beat was put together. He didn't just purchase the beat and kind of throw himself on top of it. There was careful consideration for how to get the most out of the idea, and I think that was really spot on. Clearly understands his scales, his note theory, his composition, and the musicianship on display is fantastic. I really adore that. I've spoken about himself as a rapper, as a singer. As a singer, he's reasonably competent. There's a little bit of ornamentation there, a little bit of legato work going on there. Staying away from those vibratos. I don't think that would have necessarily helped deliver the vibe that we wanted with this track. I'm fairly contemporary hip hop. A lot of the 2010s elements without the forced triplets and stuff like that. What else? I think the extended harmonies and the jazzy touch was nice. It worked well with the complexity of the situation that was described in the vocals and in the verses. But I also think that the catchiness to the melodies in the bridge, as well as the hook, I think will allow people to kind of nod their head and sing along to it. I think people can kind of vibe with this without even knowing what the song's about, and I think that's a mark of a great piece of music. So I think when you've got a musical concept that's fairly strong, and you've got a vocalist who clearly seems to know what they're doing, and then you've got the production value, the recording, mixing, mastering, that's pretty on point, you know, for the most part. There was a clarity to the vocals, a shine to the machine, the warmth again to the mixing, mastering, the production, the audio chain. I've got no real complaints about this track. I think that this is indicative of a fairly strong album. It does not surprise me that Jaydense has got the attention that they do with this record, released of course in 2021. Well done to Jaydense as well as to everyone else involved on this record. If this is indicative of the strength of the album in general, I imagine this would be an album you could sit through fairly easily within the space of an hour, and I would recommend people to do so. But thank you very much for watching this review. It's only 11 minutes. It feels incredibly short for a review. It's my review of Jaydense's Verge of Abyss off of his album 11th Hour. I suppose maybe the reason this review is a little bit shorter is because often I have to go back and I have to double check what lyrics mean where and stuff like that. That's the beauty of having something professionally produced, is that you can hear all the different elements in the mix. And again, I it's like that extra little bit of it's that little bit of an indicator of quality, is that you have those little bits, like when he was talking on the left side of the headphones, as an additional layer, paying attention to the rule of fourth harmonies and stuff like that. These little elements, these little signs that we've been through this before, and we know that we're taking it to that next sort of level. And I don't really know where Jaydense could go from here. I assume this album is more exploring things about himself, maybe topics that he talks about. Again, you know, with Verge of Abyss, kind of with his head in the clouds, trying to hover above the holes, but beneath him. Hopefully things work out with him, or for him. Yeah, stay cool and stay safe, and please do show Jaydense some love via the various social medias and Spotify. And please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.